doing, guys? Welcome back to another video. Let's see what we got behind door number 1. Oh. Let's see what we got behind door number 2. Oh, a nice beautiful Duramax. Now, being that it's the holiday season and I genuinely do enjoy giving gifts, today we got to run around and pick up a bunch of gifts for family, for friends, for our good buddy Chris. So let's fire up the old BBB build here. Oh, I love that sound. Now, as you guys know, I do pretty much daily drive this truck. Obviously, I've got a work truck for work purposes, and then this is like kind of my general purpose all around / YouTube video truck. Now, obviously, with daily driving your truck, at this point, you're now exposing it to the world, and as we know, most people in the world really don't take care of stuff, care about stuff, let alone care about your stuff. Let's switch over to the GoPro for a second. So if you're gonna be putting your vehicle out there and kind of exposing it to the crazy people in this world, it essentially becomes like a cat and mouse game, you know? It's like defensive driving. Obviously, you care about and know how to take care of your stuff, but you really gotta, I don't wanna say set other people up for success, but you really gotta do your part to make sure you avoid the other people, because all the care and time you put into keeping your vehicle clean, keeping it nice, can all be wiped away in a second by some careless idiot. And right now we're on our way over to my P.O. box because I believe the new reverse lights for my truck just got in. And then hopefully by the end of this video, it's gonna be dark out and we can actually give them a good test. I'm pretty sure, being that it gets dark very, very shortly these days, we will we'll have enough. Today's musical stylings brought to you by the Mr. Jamie Johnson. So obviously you usually want to park as far away in a parking lot as you can. But sometimes convenience just kind of really takes over, and if you're going to be running in and out like I am over here at my P.O. box, you know, I opt for sometimes a little bit closer of a spot, but you still got to pick that spot wisely. And then one other thing is, if you got a giant trailer hitch like I do and you have to back in, like obviously I have to back in here to make it easier to pull in, be mindful, don't back all the way up and hit the curb, because obviously somebody's going to walk by, might not see that, or an older person might walk by and hit their shin on that trailer hitch, step there, and that is no fun. So these are sent to me from Efficient Lighting Supply. I've been talking with these guys for a long time, and I really look forward to finally getting some of their lighting on my truck. Like I said, once it gets dark, we'll throw those on and see what they look like towards the end of this video. But now it's time to get some Christmas shopping done, and first up on the list here, mainly because we're kind of in the vicinity, is we're gonna get something for our good buddy and one of the channel favorites, Chris, aka SC Bailey 619. And yes, for those of you guys wondering, me and Chris actually do get each other Christmas presents. Check that out. Speed bump, barely felt it. And the good thing about being tuned and having all this extra power is when you got to turn onto a busy road like this where cars are hauling ass, you've got the power to do it. So this may sound odd and like I'm overthinking things, but different types of businesses or different places you're going to go throughout the day and different parking lots usually have a different type of scenario that you have to look out for. Right now, obviously, our good buddy Chris, we got to go get him some cool man stuff at the Home Depot for his Christmas gift. So the Home Depot parking lot, it brings its own challenges in the fact that, you know, you have people having shopping carts that are overloaded with a bunch of stuff, and they're letting go of that shopping cart, trying to slide material off into the bed of their truck. Usually a lot of the trucks in that parking lot are old beater work trucks, so they don't care about their truck, which probably means they don't care about your truck, and their car's gonna have a tendency to roll away while they're trying to load their stuff in really close quarters. Just kind of a recipe for disaster. Whereas you go to like a grocery store parking lot and you've got like crazy moms trying to get in with a bunch of kids, and they're trying to rush to the grocery store, get their groceries in time to get home, and there's this crazy rush, shopper carts flying one way, the kids throwing it the other way. And to me, one of the scariest parking lots is grocery store parking lots. I do not enjoy taking this truck there. So one of the first things I do when I pull into a parking lot is I obviously scan to see some of the less congested areas. You never really want to be right up in the front unless it's late at night and nobody's here. But there's typically, especially at Home Depot, truck section, it's usually quite a few cars in deep because most trucks can't really make this tight turn. My usual go-to is like the contractor parking, or the pro parking, I guess you would call it, over there. But typically, as long as I'm away from one of these cart returns, I'm pretty happy. But these spots over here, most people don't really mess with you. So to me, life's all about compromises, and it's funny because with my first truck that I ever had, I mean, I would park like second or third parking lot way down over that way because I didn't want anybody near it. And then weirdly, with my last truck, with my Silverado, I started kind of making this little shift into where like convenience was a little bit more important, so I tried to find a happy medium. And then obviously with this truck, being that this truck's a lot nicer than the Silverado, I think I really strived to find the happy medium. Parking close enough to where it's convenient, but making sure the truck is safe and far enough away that I don't got to deal with too many idiots. You ever notice at Home Depot, I don't care what Home Depot it is, every one I've ever been to, if you walk in the exit, nobody will say hi to you. Like, nobody working here will say hi to you. Every single time I've ever walked in the exit. You walk in any normal entrance, you get highs all the time. You walk in the exit, nothing. So we have Chris's gift all squared away. I couldn't even take you guys down the aisle because he'll know what it is and he watches these videos. It makes it really hard to buy gifts for people if that's what you're doing during the day while you're vlogging, because everybody in my life watches these videos. Now this parking lot that we're pulling into is a whole different animal. This one is super tight. There's a grocery store, there's a couple other things in here that kind of bring on that grocery store mentality in terms of parking. This is one of those parking lots where you throw convenience out of the way and you're gonna park far away, because number one, waiting for a spot to open up that's close enough is just gonna take forever. And then number two, my truck doesn't exactly have the turning radius to really jump into a parking spot real quick. So being that I'm sure more and more people are gonna be getting off work here soon, I'm assuming, even though I found a spot here that is fairly open on each side, and just so you guys know, I mean, this is another thing you deal with in parking lots. Clearly I'm well on the line there, but they don't really make parking spots wide enough for me, you know? But if you're going to be in this type of situation, especially on the other side over there, let me show you guys a little trick. And if you have amp steps, you probably already know this trick, but open them up, close the door, put a little pressure on it with your foot, and it won't let it go up. Now what this is going to do is, as you guys can see, it sticks out a little bit past the body. So should a car park here and open their door, they're going to hit the step here before they're going to hit actually my doors and ding them. And then you add to that tires that stick out wider than any of your fenders, they're going to hit the tires before they're going to hit the body. So essentially, by the time you tie in the tires and the amp steps, you've actually got quite a little fortress built around your vehicle. Now, I mean, I guess you got like a little window right there, but you could add in the little amp step that comes down right here. But you could add in the little amp step that comes down the bedside one right there, and you'd be good to go. And then same thing on the other side over here, especially considering the fact that I'm so far over on the line. You're definitely going to want to leave this side down, and if you have a passenger that rides with you, train them to do this, and it makes it easier. You don't have to jump on both sides. And yes, obviously when you're parked, it doesn't look as cool because it looks like you're one of those people that had the amp stamps malfunction and they're staying down, or you didn't know how to install them, or you just haven't hooked them up. So it's not the coolest look in the world, but at the same time, you got to protect your investment over there. Now I can't take you in this store because, well, if I take you in the store, then the person I'm buying this for is going to know exactly what I got them. So I'm going to go in, grab what we need, come back out, and then we got one more store we need to go to today. And then we could probably just hopefully knock out all the Christmas shopping in one day, which is like ideal. All right, gift number 2 is safely in the truck there. And let me tell you, that one's a big one and kind of hard to squeeze in the truck. So I'm going to try and hide it right now so it doesn't show up on camera. You know, I'm not a big browser. I like to know what I'm getting, go to the store, go in, get it, and get out. But now it's time to go to our last and final stop for the night, and then we get to see what these new reverse lights look like. So hopefully this next parking lot, I think this one's gonna be the worst parking lot of them all. Well, I decided to say, oh, gotta make sure you don't hit the top of the garage there. I decided to save all you guys the boredom, AKA me driving to the next door, and I also just kind of opted to not drive to the next door. We'll end up getting that gift tomorrow. But I think it's time we see how these efficient lighting supply lights look on the truck. Hopefully they are the right ones, because I know sometimes when you switch to aftermarket tail lights, like I have on the truck over there, sometimes the actual bulb itself size gets changed. And I ended up picking up a new set of Torx screwdrivers here. If I can get it out. If I remember correctly, it is a T15. And it just so happens to be really dark out here tonight, so it's going to be a great test. Pull these boogers out. Go. Now, the problem is these little boogers get really hot really fast. Let's do a little test before it goes back in. Whew! I'd say that's a little bit of a difference there. Let's put a the light back in. Now let's take a little step back here and see the difference. Obviously, the right side of your screen here is going to be factory, left side is going to be LED. Unfortunately, the pod lights are tied into the reverse lights, so it's all going to come on at once, but it should still give you a good idea of at least the color difference. Try and block those out right there. So there's LED, and I mean, it is definitely, if you just look at my hand, much brighter as opposed to the halogen over here. So I'd say it's definitely a much cleaner look. It's not quite the exact same color white as the pods, but I don't know, guys, but this side is fighting the crap out of me. This bulb does not want to unlock. All right, well, I finally got it out. This thing had been spun, I guess, beyond one of the registration marks on there, and these things are a pain in the butt to spin, especially when you got cold fingers. These things hurt. Get one final look with everything lit up, including the rear, including the mirrors. Now, they actually sent me some for the third brake light. I kind of forgot that I have the Recon third brake light now, which is not very bright at all, but unfortunately it's an LED panel with 3 LEDs on each side, so you can't really replace those lights. I mean, the factory bed lights are actually brighter than those. I don't know how it looks on camera, but definitely big improvement with the reverse lights there. And then I don't know if I've ever actually shown the mirror lights here, but these things are absolutely insanely bright for how small they are. I mean, most of what you're seeing lit up over there is, I mean, if you cut out the headlight right there, everything over there is just off of these little strips that are in the mirrors. But I want to give a huge thank you to Efficient Lighting Supply for sending me the reverse bulbs. If you guys are in the market for reverse bulbs on these trucks, they are the T15s. Here's exactly what the box looks like from Efficient Lighting Supply. I also put a link down in the info to these lights as well as the third brake lights if you guys are looking to get some of those. But with that, we're going to wrap up this video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button. That way you do not miss out on any future content. I think actually this week we're going to be going back to the first job or the first project I ever had as a licensed contractor. It's about time they want to do some upgrades. So I've actually already filmed a video there kind of talking about that whole thing, but it was so long ago. I think the BBB build, I think I had just gotten it, maybe. So I didn't really want to release that video because by the time I edited it, it was so late in the process it wouldn't have made sense timeline-wise. So we might actually go refilm that video while we're getting ready to do some of the upgrades at the restaurant that we built. Also, don't forget to give this video a like, aka a thumbs up. And don't forget to check out WorkForItApparel.com. I know we're getting really close to the holidays. I think the guaranteed shipping window is closing, if not already closed, and USPS, it's just, I wouldn't trust them. But if you guys would like to try and get some last minute stuff, or if you want to just get some stuff for yourself, WorkForItApparel.com, there'll be a link down in the description as well. You guys are the best. Catch you in the next video. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.